What's good, y'all? Now, I didn't do a post yesterday about this, but big news yesterday. Damian Lillard gets traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I did a poll, and I said, does this duo win a title? 67% on my Instagram story said yes. 33% said no. So I think it's interesting here. Milwaukee definitely got better as far as their floor spacing, as far as hitting knockdown shots. They improved their range of shooting and clutchness as well. Now, we've seen actually Giannis defer a little bit to Chris Middleton in the clutch, right, and him step up. But now you got a sniper, right? You got somebody that can get a team out of there and wave bye-bye. So I think offensively they got significantly better, right? And at this point, you can't – a lot of questions have been, well, will Milwaukee surround Giannis with the appropriate talent for him to compete and contend for titles? And even Giannis has been kind of, neutral. He hasn't really said too much, but said we'll see, right? But I think the Bucks have made moves to try to make him happy, right? Try to keep the homegrown talent at home. I think they've done that. And adding Dame puts them right as one of their favorites. Obviously, according to Caesars and Las Vegas and all that, they are the odds-on favorite to win an NBA title. And I 100% get it. Dame is going to add a whole nother element. And then when you try to double-team Giannis in the post, he got somebody he can kick it out to, and they can hit knock down shots, right? It's like having another Steph Curry in your offense, but with more, I would say, more clutch ability when it matters most, right? Probably doesn't hit as high of a clip, but range is just spectacular. They're the two best shooters in the league, in my opinion, between Dame and Steph. So it does help out the Bucks a lot. Giannis should be very happy with this. We heard rumors and rumblings, actually, that those two were talking and that, potentially he could go there. And obviously, I think the Blazers got the best deal, right? A couple first-round picks they got out of this deal. They was able to land Drew Holiday, who's actually going to be on the move, I believe, here pretty soon. They got DeAndre Ayton. They got a couple other pieces as well. And then the Suns got Yusuf Nurkic, Nazir Little, and several other people. But I think overall, I give this probably an A- B+ trade. I think this helps them out a lot offensively. Okay, so now this is where I think they get a little compromise for the Bucks, right? This is crazy. I'm a Buck for life, and I mean that like deep in my heart. I don't want to play for any other team. Drew Holiday says it's the day before he's traded. That is absolutely crazy. Hey, at the end of the day, I get it. It is a business. But at the same time, you can't expect player loyalty when this can happen whenever, right? But I think the Bucks are a little bit compromised defensively. That's why I give this a B+ A- trade. They don't have as much depth as they used to have. But, again, for offensive firepower that you got out of Dame, that got to be a risk you're willing to take. So I think, overall, like I said, good move. But it's going to be interesting to see where he lands, where Drew Holiday lands, right? Miami's interested. I think the Sixers are interested. He is a lockdown defender, and he can hit clutch shots when you need it the most. So he does a lot of things well, Drew Holiday does, and he still has a lot left in the tank. Already an NBA champion. He can bring a lot to a team in a locker room, culture, whole bunch of things. So I'm curious to see where he lands. I think if Miami lands him, it helps, but I'm going to tell you why Miami feels salty. Hold on. So Jimmy came out with this video. Yo, NBA, y'all need to look into the Bucks for tampering. I'm just going to put it out there. Y'all didn't hear from me. And then Tyler says what you said. So I get it, though. If you're Jimmy and obviously Tyler, you got to be, kind of sick because you're like, man, this is the piece that puts us over top. And I'm not going to lie to you. I think the Heat would have been favorites to win it all, especially if they landed Dame Dollar. And I say that because, again, he brings all that stuff to your team. And they have a few more defensive stalwarts and pieces, I think, than the Bucks do, right? Boston's kind of a question mark. No Marcus Smart. They're kind of unquestioned leader. He's not on the franchise anymore. He's with the Grizzlies. Obviously, they're still one of the favorites in the East. But you don't know how that's going to affect the team. Still got Jason Tatum. They re-signed Jalen Brown to their mega deal. They brought in Kristaps Porzingis. I think they still got Malcolm Brogdon. We'll see how he looks after injury. But still, this would have helped the Heat out so much, and this was their missing piece, right? Been to, I think, 3 out of the last 4 conference finals. They've been to 2 of the last 4 NBA finals. This is the piece you needed and you wanted to kind of put yourself over top, right? Supplant other teams, right? Finally deliver that NBA title since LeBron has left. This was the piece to do it. So if you're Miami fans and you're Miami players, you got to feel sick. So I 100% get it. But overall, man, NBA, there's always something going on. Big time trade for Milwaukee Bucks definitely helps them out offensively. They're going to be tough to stop. That trio right there, and then you're less dependent on, I think, Chris Middleton, right? I think with Drew Holiday, you're a little more dependent on Chris Middleton for some things, right? And getting buckets in big situations. And if the team was struggling, getting it going. You don't have that with Damian Lillard, right? they're going to double team Giannis, Dame's open for the three. Teams are going to have to pick their poison, right? Chris Middleton's going to have more free range of motion, more ability to be able to hit the mid-range shot, get into the lane. It's just going to open up the offense in so many ways. The thing is, defensively, they're going to have to buy in. I think that's the biggest thing. But overall, man, interesting trade. Y'all comment below what y'all would rate the trade and if this duo will win a title.